Hiya, I'm Jamie. This is a Dead by Daylight game I played yesterday where a Carlos didn't want to play the game because it was a trapper on RPD. You know, a boring killer, boring map. I get it. But I sadly then made it my mission once he refused to be healed and clearly wanted to die to try to keep them in the game as long as possible. Because I've had it too many times where a survivor just kills themselves on hook at 5 hooks, at 5 gens, and just dooms the team in a 3v1, and it sucks. And sadly, I kind of snapped and made it my mission to just keep them in the game as long as possible. So every time the killer picked them up and tried to take them to a hook or anything, they weren't actually trying to take them to a hook. The killer wasn't actually trying to kill them. The killer was friendly. But I just flashlight saved every time to keep them in the game to basically try and force them to DC and give us a bot rather than, dooming us in a 3v1. I have reflected upon this and, realized that I was basically just being a dick. So I just wanted to apologize for doing this in general. Now I now realize that it wasn't actually the Carlos's problem. Like, the real problem lies with DC penalties. Because, Behaviour have implemented this thing where when a survivor DCs, they are replaced with a bot. And, the bot plays and fills in the space that the teammate left behind. But what they haven't done in this is remove the DC penalties. So, again, sadly, I was arguing with this guy a lot in the endgame chat once the game ended. I snapped. I apologize. And he was saying, if I don't want to play the game, I'm not going to play the game, Trapper, RPD, I don't want to do it. And I get it. Trapper is one of the killers I hate most in the game, and RPD is my least favorite map. I get it. Neither are fun. Neither are a good time. And, I got it. My point was, pardon me, that you can't just make the decision for the whole team, and even, the whole, game, really. That was my argument. By not playing the game, he's basically ruining the game for everybody. All the survivors and the killer. He was saying oh, I don't have time to I don't have much time to play the game. I don't want to be playing games I find unfun. And I get it. But other teammates might not have much time to play as well. This might be the only game they get to play today, and you're tanking it because you don't want to play it. That was my point. But I get it. You DC, you get a penalty, you can't play the game. It sucks. It really does suck. And you shouldn't have to play games that you don't want to play, that you find unfun. And there is a contingency for this. When you DC, the game replaces you with a bot. But Behaviour have not made this a viable option because they still have the DC penalty. So, basically, I'm just making this video to, one, apologise for being a tool to this poor guy, and also to say that Behaviour, please remove the DC penalties so that people like this can actually DC and go into another game without having to kill themselves and doom the entire rest of the team and waste the rest of the survivors' time and the killer's time. If this person could have hit the DC button and, not had to worry about a penalty, then I'm sure they would have done. And we would have been replaced with a bot, and we would have been able to play this game out as normal. But, we could have played this game out as normal as a 3v1, but a 3v1 at 5 gens is unwinnable. I know, people don't care about winning as much. I don't really care about winning. I don't care if I live or die. But in the game. But it takes all the tension out of it. It's there's no game anymore because the survivors are doomed. They are doomed. In a 3v1 at 5 gens, the survivors are doomed. There's no game there. The killer's going to feel bad for absolutely dominating, and the survivors are going to feel bad because they have absolutely zero chance of winning. Not even, if they care about winning. Just, they have zero chance of winning. So there's no tension in the game. There's no competition. So It would have been great if this guy could have just DC'd, and then he goes on to a game he enjoys more. We get a bot. There we go, sorted. And yeah, it just sucks. It just sucks. I apologise to this guy for keeping him in the game. It's not his problem. It's Behaviour's problem for not, removing the DC penalties, while adding a contingency for DCing, but not removing the DC penalties. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I'm kind of repeating myself now, but I apologise to this guy. Behaviour, please remove the DC penalties. There, that's the end. Bye. Thanks for watching.